No Armenian males remained in Kayseri except for a few feeble elderly men and boys under the age of 15. The able-bodied, mostly intellectuals, had been gathered, jailed, and then slain in what came to be known as Slaughter Valley.
90-year-old May Derderian, author of Vergeen, a novel based on the memoirs of Vergeen Kalandarian, a close family friend who was a genocide orphan. Vergeen's story is a testament to the plight of a typical teenaged Armenian orphan girl during the genocide.
Vergeen's father had died before the deportation began, so it was just she and her mother. They started out from the city of Kayseri and joined other people in their neighborhoods and other cities, and then took that journey, that awful journey, through the various villages and cities southward, and eventually ended up in Aleppo, Syria. But a lot went on in between.
While still in a deportation route, a Bedouin horseman abducts Vergeen and drags her mother along.
When they got to where the Bedouin's family was, I guess the decision was made that they were going to kill the mother and keep the daughter. And so the second day that she was there, they did indeed kill the mother by drowning her and taking her clothes and giving it to Vergeen. So at the age of 13, she became an orphan in the hands of the Bedouins.
Her captors treat Vergeen as a slave, assigning her difficult house chores, while she endured abuse and rape and living with the tribe's livestock. A few months later, Vergeen is tattooed as an Arab Bedouin woman.
And she was interviewed on radio, and the reporter said to her, "Why do you have your marks on your forehead and on your chin and your mouth?" And she said, in English, perfect English, "I was captured by the Bedouins during the Armenian Genocide."
Eventually, she manages to flee and finds a job at a military hospital where she meets Nartuhi, May Derderian's mother. The two become lifelong friends. At the end of World War I, they move to Aleppo together with Nartuhi's mother. Vergeen finds a teaching job at an orphanage, housing 2,500 Armenian genocide orphans.
Just outside of Halab, and these Armenian refugees were living in tents. My mother and my grandmother were in one tent, and right next to them was a tent of children, infants and toddlers, about 50 of them, crying, wailing, no one to take care of them. My grandmother tried to walk over to the tent and enter it to take care of these children, and she was beaten badly by the gendarmes. Those kids died one by one with no one looking after them. My mother used to, makes me cry. My mother would talk about that all the time, and she would say in Armenian, "Why did God do this?" And she lost her faith. It's pretty hard to look at babies, infants, without parents and toddlers, with no one to look after them, no one to give them water or food or change their diapers. And those children died one by one. 50 orphans.
In 1921, Armin Meghrouni of Milwaukee, the son of a family friend from Vergeen's birthplace, arranged her immigration to America as his fiancée, hoping to start a family with a woman he had fallen in love with as a young man. It was Vergeen's wish to have her tattoos removed, to rid herself once and for all of the constant reminders of the horrific memories of her life as an Armenian genocide orphan. Her sons, Vahe and Victor, made it their mission to grant their mother's wish, and were successful in finding a medically safe solution to erase Vergeen's tattoos from her forehead, lips, and chin.